Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about Rapha, and in particular I will review my pro team training jersey here and also briefly touch on the first kit I got, the core line from Rapha here, and also I just want to explore with you what is this Rapha Rider. So I came across the internet and social media about this kind of stereotypes that I didn't know existed, and I want to explore with you if there's a such thing of a Rapha Rider. First of all, before going into the review, I noticed I got over 1,000 subscribers. I wish to thank you all. I enjoy the conversation and the interaction with you. I try to respond to all the message. So I'm very grateful for your support. Thank you again. This is the first kit I bought from Rapha at the very beginning of my cycling experience. It was such a desirable brand in my mind. This core version in Rapha's term, translated from Rapha's term, is the cheaper version for Rapha. It was offered at that time at a 20% discount from the original price, and it was really a good value, I thought, for the kit that was sporting such an iconic brand name. I bought this core jersey and bibs. I started using it and I didn't quite fell in love with the brand and the product at the beginning. It's got a classic design, short sleeves, as you can see, they're not bad, but if you wear them with arm warmers, you might find that if the arm warmers comes down, then it's highly likely that you get the arm warmer exposed, but it's a kind of characteristic design of the jersey. The problem I had is particular at the tail. The tail tend to roll up, especially when you go in position, quite easily, and coming up quite high. So I mentioned this in a previous video. Eventually I do have to roll up the tail like that, and the whole jersey come up quite high at the back, and it's difficult access for the pocket. So in position is not really the most comfortable garment. It does look okay, I like wearing it, but again, for this issue where the tail here, it comes up quite easily, it's not really the most comfortable. The bibs are nice material, quite subtle logo Rapha on the side. The padding is medium weight, it's not too hard, not too soft, so it's a decent piece of kit for the convenient core version of the brand. What I did is something that I usually don't do. So in this case, I wrote to Rapha. I've expressed my concern about the design. I said the size is actually consistent with your size chart, but in my opinion, the core jersey cut is not ideal. They were very kind. Rapha customer services, in my experience, was extremely good. They said we will honor the same discount that you bought the core jersey with a different product, and they suggested different products in the lineup. After a year, or a little bit more than a year, I was in London. They had a fantastic flagship in central London near Piccadilly. I went there and I actually tried on some of the higher level jersey that they do have, and I was really attracted to one of the Pro line jersey. This is what I got, the Rapha Pro Team Training jersey. This is the one. Going to show you quickly like that. Is in a lighter material, longer sleeves, longer tail, lower cut in the front. So it is designed in a very different way. I tried it in the shop and it fits me really well. I did ask at the shop whether the discount that they promised back at the time could be applied to buy the same jersey. they say they couldn't do it on the store, but they asked me to write to customer services. And I thought, maybe it's not going to be possible. But then I wrote to Rapha, they were very kind, and they said, look, no problem at all. We will apply the same offers that we did on this Pro Training jersey. I ordered it online and I got it at a reasonable price, because this Pro Team jersey is, I would say, priced within reason, because Rapha, they do have a lot of more expensive stuff. So with the discount, it came out quite a decent price. And this is the Pro Team training jersey, and I have to say it's perfect for me. The cut is almost designed on my body. So this is a large version, long sleeves with an elastic band here. So even if you wear arm warmers, they're fine. Or if I do sometimes wear long sleeve base layer, they come up really, really nice. I do love the bicolor theme, beautiful. Low cut at the front, perfect length at the back to keep the tail nice and firm where it should be. Good access to the 3 pockets at the back. Big logo here. Very, very nice. One small thing is, of course, well, you can't race with it. So it's because Rapha defines it as a pro training jersey. I don't know, maybe it's not UCI approved. I wonder if you can get a special dispensation from Rapha. Maybe you need to write to them. Anyway, they call it training jersey, don't know why, but the race jerseys are even more expensive. So I don't know, maybe they will be even faster when you race. For me, it does a perfect job. Very, very nice. For the price, is an extremely good value. Light material, as I said, good stretch, good quality on the tail. I'm very, very pleased. The only aspect that came almost by accident when I watched some meme on Instagram is learning about this Rapha Rider mockery that seems to go around, which I really didn't know before. The only Rapha Rider I know is my friend Davide. He is a former Category 1 racer. He rides a Bianchi Specialissima and is an extremely competent cyclist. So if I think of a Rapha Rider, I think of Davide, which is, you know, the epitome of the serious cyclist, and I didn't know anything different. So I started looking. I don't know whether it's more of an English or an American definition, but it seems that Rapha, because of their own success, they have attracted also some frustration, tending to identify the brand with maybe some incompetent cyclists, I don't know, some people that just spend money without knowing about true cycling. Anyway, this kind of stigma seems to be attached to Rapha. I'm trying to understand why, and it seems to me that in cycling, similar to motorbiking, the skill level is expected to be as high as the value of the brands of the bike that we are using. So there is this kind of trajectory that users expect to follow. Something that got lost, for example, for other luxury item. For example, now no one is expecting anymore a Ferrari driver to be a very competent driver. Back in the 60s, if you had a Ferrari, you had to be a competent driver, otherwise the car will try to kill you. Nowadays, they are very user-friendly, anyone can use it. You see any kind of abilities driving supercars, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Same for example, other equipment, Leica cameras. If you're into photography, yes, if you buy a Leica M, you don't have to be Salgado or Cartier-Bresson, and Brooklyn Beckham can use the Leica M. Why can we judge it or not? So in this markets is kind of the luxury element got accepted and no one is questioning that anymore. So if you, for example, if you're wearing a Rolex Submariner, no one is going to ask you anymore what the bezel does, or if you go a GMT, how you set the 2 time zones, or the history Panerai. So you wear a luxury item, that's it. No one needs to question your ability or your expertise, even though it would be nice to know. Biking and also motorbiking still tend to follow a pattern where, for example, if you are riding an R1, then you are expected to be a very good rider. I remember in Italy, I used to have a motorbike, and straight away at the cafe, everyone was looking at your rear tire to see if you were a competent rider, on how much rubber you had used leaning into the corners. It was quite pressurizing, and because the concept is, if you're not good enough to ride a liter motorbike, why do you have a liter motorbike? You should have a 500cc, 250, and the same concept seems to be sometimes to go with the bicycles. So if you are not using those marginal gains, why would you need an Arrow bike or a Pinarello F or anything like that? I understand the logic behind it. At the same time, I don't think it does need to be pursued anymore. At the end of the day, the technical prowess of these items has actually shifted in some sort of luxury market. So if I admire a Pinarello F because it's a work of art, that goes beyond the ability to also be the fantastic bike that it is, but also an object of art. So I would say we would need to go beyond these fixations, and if you want to ride Rapha, now I haven't got the most expensive stuff, but even if I wanted to, I think I should be able to feel free to wear Rapha or ASOS and anything, and we shouldn't be within our own community judging so hard people that have the ability to buy whatever they want. So I would say, in my opinion, this particular garment, the Pro Training jersey, is very, very well built, and in this particular instance the price as well matches the value of the garment. Is an extremely good piece of kit, so I would really definitely recommend. If you wish to go for the pro level stuff, the brevet, spending more, I'm not going to judge you. If you want to do it, of course, there would be quality behind. And I would say, I would like to be considered a Rapha Rider as well. I would not mind. Again, I would love to listen to your comments, to maybe if I didn't quite understand what this concept of Rapha Rider means or anything like that, I would love to discuss with you. I'll try to respond to your comment as much as I can. Thank you again for watching. Ciao.